Yo, man, today's been a crazy day. Woke up sick. Last day I can record it yet again. Uh, February 18th. This is it is 10:30 at the time of recording this. So hopefully I can get this video out because I have no idea. I still got to record the gameplay and everything. But it's a new week. Last week we talked about hate. And I think this week, the perfect way to, end it off would be to talk about love. Love, in the way that humans feel it, is the single handedly rarest thing in the universe, probably. Not only, to the degree that we feel love, it's so unique to us, but the fact that, we're just a species on a random planet in the middle of nowhere. Love is such a rare thing, and it's amazing that we actually get to, experience it and make it what it is. It's, it's such a crazy concept that we can, be able to feel this for another person. Like the fact that we came from, a rock can't feel love for another rock, but it's like the fact that we can. It's so crazy. Like I just emotions, especially love, is just something that it's unexplainable because like where where in the evolution did love become a part of an evolutionary like benefit? It like you know we don't know, but love is such a beautiful thing. It allows for us to connect. It allows for us to be with one another. It allows for us to just live life with love. It allows us to live a loving life. And I think without love, humans would be drastically different. A love that a mother has for their child, or, a brother has for their sibling, or, anything of the sort, love makes up, these concepts of what we are. A family, what makes a family? A family is just immense love. Like, sure, by definition, it means blood related, but friends can be family, and it's just because of that pure amount of love. It adds so much to our lives. It adds, you know, I don't want to say spice, but it adds, a very beneficial, very great part to our lives. And I feel like love, it's it's kind of dying out. The more and more I see, it's just, love is such a rare concept to find in people, whether it be someone who, abuses their cat because, for whatever reason, or someone who just hates another person purely because of, their beliefs, or because, they did something 20 years ago. It's love has been it's been drained out of people, and I don't know why. And I saw some comments in the TikTok from last week's, but he said there were a few comments that said without love, or without hate, without the opposite, love wouldn't exist. And I don't know if that is something that I can really believe. I feel like love can still exist even without hate. You know, Newton does say, everything that has a reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. But do emotions count in that? Do does the absence of love equal hate, or is hate something completely different? You know, we focus so much in our lives about hate that we really do forget what it means to love people truly. Love is such a special concept, and especially in humans, because of the amount, to the degree we feel it on, because of our intelligence, because of whatever, we feel love at a greater and a more understandable way than, any other animal does. But why does it seem like, we don't? Some people, lack the ability of love. Some people only, section off their love to very few people. Maybe some people lose love for other people because of, reasons or whatever. But love is what brings us together. I really liked the message Bad Bunny had at the Super Bowl, but the only thing stronger than hate is love, and I think that is 100% true. The only way we can bring together us is through love. More hate against other hate is never going to bring us together. We need to show love and, accept and, just live and let live. Love, I feel like, also is kind of misunderstood in some ways. Love doesn't always need to be romantic. Love is most commonly platonic. And I think just the simple sentence of saying I love you to someone is something that, it's just so rare. I always love to tell my friends that I love them because I do. I love them. And but I feel like whenever we think of love as this only romantic type thing, we kind of seem to make people forget that that connection that is between us is love. Just not having, that sentence be said, I feel like it can really hurt people. And just hearing that can save people too. If someone's going through a really hard time and they just hear the words I love you, like, I feel like that has it makes it so much better of a situation, at least for me. I and for the people I know, it does help too. But the I love you it's been like, I don't want to say demonized, but it's been kind of shunned away because of, like, plenty of reasons, people thinking that it's weird to tell their friends that they love them, or that it's childish to say that, you love them or whatever. But saying I love you is one of the best ways to show love to people. Say it to a random stranger on the street. Just tell someone that you love them, because love is that is what brings us together, and it also is what uplifts us. We are social creatures. We are the single-handedly most social creatures. Like COVID caused so much depression because we weren't socializing. Humans are so dependent on the social aspect. And love is what, unites us. The socialism is what requires us, but the love is what unites us. But especially recently, and especially in America, love has been lost. People have lost the plot, and it's just been nothing but pure disgust and hate on another side, just because, they don't know why. Yeah, why, if people don't ever look down and go, why am I hating this person? They just believe because people tell them to hate these people. Why? Why can't we just, look at each other and just go, you're a human being, you have problems, you have opinions, I love you. It's that simple. It would solve so many problems that we have with today's society, is if we would just learn to love another person. But I think that's my spiel for today, especially because I'm kind of cut down on time. But thank you for watching. I'm Mulu. Peace.